Skrive 18, Frigg Sága. Sky, Karga, Cancer, 4th sign of zodiac. Frigg Sága, Hlín, Sökkvabekkur, Fensalir. Nothing sticks to the leaves of the water lily, the lotus, but it has roots in the mud. Frigg Sága, Fensaladís, Pankaja. Pankaja, born in the mud. Panka, Priya, she who's admired, loved, revered. Sarvadarshin, Sarvadrish, the all-seeing omniscient. She is the witness of all there is. All men rejoice in your greatness. Vishva Puja Priya. Vaknaði fold earth awakened, sem fagni óði fimbulfríð Fensaladís, as if Freyja the beautiful greeted Óður. From a poem by Mattias Jochumsson, the priest and spiritual poet, that begins, Ár vars alda Íslands byggðar. And the poem goes on. Vaknaði fjallkona fest sig hafði ungum ógnrökkum í mun þjóðum. Glóðu sólgeislum guðarúnir, sungu ljósálfar, svörðu landvættir. Some claim seeing to actually be Frigg means to become the purest. All the goddesses are Gyðjan Mikla, the great goddess. Without them, we do not find the way to the gull-löfga, the glasir, golden-leaved wood. Glasir is the golden home inside us. The light charms us to glasir. We need to evolve to purity in one of our lifespans, preferably now. Become pure men, einherjar. Within all the gods belong to the whole. All is one. The one is all. Each one God is the whole, but do not take one God out of context, though. We own a Guð, who with vín eitt unir in glaðheimar of consciousness. Odin in glaðheimar continuously enjoys the flow wine symbolic. Only glaðheimar are. They are our real home, the unboundedness. We own Frigg, goddess of universal love and care, who guides through the spiritual evolution of man from mud to the sun. Little man piggies enjoy the mud, we know, but they should know that Valhöll Óðins, also the hall of Frigg, is not exactly here. We should get up to the sunshine where the flower blooms. On the picture hvítur, góður, göfur, fagur, Karga. Heart as feelings, not necessarily the organ. Mahalakshmi, Gyðja, corresponds to the heart. She gives bounty. Her gold is the nourishing flow in us. See Dr. Tony Nader, Human Physiology. Karga, Cancer, Sökkvabekkur, Fensalir, has to do with all living beings, feelings. Karga is also a white pole, a noble one. Bekkur means a brook. Here we have flow, the great goddess's flow of life. Fensalir in sky context relate to confidence and comfort in life, the mother and our fatherland. Gyðjan provides bounty, leads us and guides us. Gyðjan, the goddess, never fails us. She is always there for every man. Hlín, whose name is akin to lean onto, is she who we can trust. She will comfort us. Frigg is the whole span from our roots and up to the great light, Gyðjan's soul enlightenment. Our spiritual evolution, the road to Glasir, to her golden home. She will be here for us until we are pure as einherjar, when nothing can stain us. Many a man does not know that there exists something called evolution to perfection, spiritual evolution, which means to really not be tethered to our beautiful stuff, seek something higher. We tend to talk about evolution in past tense, up to now, and be proud of that. Mankind has evolved so and so and so in so and so many years. Man must have gotten great improvements, developed a lot in all that time. Many do not know cycles of Yuga, dark ages, and ages of enlightenment. Some believe in linear time only, all was ignorant and primitive, all is now better. Men take Gróttasöngur as an old story, gullringur á krossgötum, gold ring on crossroads. Or could it be a cross in a golden ring? It awaited its owner. No thieves. Peace prevailed. Fróða friður. Eons come and eons go. Dark ages make men forget the highest. They might even claim it never to have been until they themselves invented it. Gná and fulla, eskimeyjar Friggar, serve Frigg and run errands for her. Bring to us all that we need, even unasked. The gifts are unbounded love, impeccable, unconditional. Ask not for anything in return. Fulla, Eskimær, takes her name from Sanskrit purna, fullness. Gná, Sanskrit gna, swelling, flies on hove of varpenir, both in the air and overseas. Dísir, These Sanskrit dishes, we own many. They are delightful. During dark ages we forget that Rætur asksins, roots of askur, draw sap into life. Mangi veit, no one knows, how deep they go. Men do not fathom brunnar three wells. Man trees have roots too, askur and embla, after receiving divine gifts. When we see a blossoming flower, we assume root to be somewhere. Some things we do not see, yet assume them to be, have to be there somewhere. We do not see Mimir, but he is there. And where would our Mjölnir be right now? In the eyes of Einherjar, in the eyes of Hlín and Munin, coarseness and sin is simply some clogging ignorance, which need not be. Sin tells us that we can easily get rid of this kind of filth by sowast, transcend. Ægir invites to his feast. Here we wash off accumulated stress in the nervous system. Odin invites to vín, his wine, flow of consciousness, to glaðheimar, for our purity. Frigg awaits us. She is the worshipped and loved goddess, and she protects us. Hlín she is, she to which we can lean. In Valhall we have beautiful panorama. All this is free, man. We become appropriately rich and need not work. But men tend not to remember what they are born for, why they live here. Add blindness of utter stagnation, that counts for. We are trapped in the rodeo of the little fallible happinesses who inevitably have sorrow as a counterpart and sister. Were we caught up in the fog? Is this some accumulated feed of Fenrisulfur? No compass. Where are we heading? Going somewhere? Aren't we simply here? Do know how to hnýsast niður, peep, snoop down. Niður what? Down what? Isn't hell down there? So they tell us. Gideon soul, obscure as we see it, Frigg forgotten, oopsie, not promising. Every now and then enlightened men show up, really enlightened, not some pseudos. They tell us that we have forgotten something. We listen and we find out that they might be right, because in here somewhere Mimir knows and remembers who we are. Gideonar, our goddesses, wait for us. Their motherly, modest, universal love never fails us. When we become enlightened, we shall understand this kind of love. These enlightened guys tell us that we are Ginnungagap, pure consciousness. We listen and we try to remember everything they tell us. We are not this worldly stuff, we only think it. By hnýsast niður, literally nose or snoop down, transcending, we gain the love and care of goddesses. We gain the support of natural law and the gods who are everywhere. This is practical. This is the only worth seeking. Cycle by Lao Tse. We really try to be good, very good, because he told us that we are good, should be good. Or wasn't that what he said? Yes, no, yes, no. What is not understood is that all this goodness comes automatically when we are perfectly pure. That is not the same as trying to be good. Men try to live by the words, but are not pure. Einherjar lives a pure life. He sees everyone as Ginnungagap, nothing else is. We need to get it straight what he actually said. Someone who knows shows up, and we adore him for all he knows. He is able to explain everything. He makes a system, institution, power institutions. This is what the good man wanted, for sure. He shuns goddesses and all their piece of rubbish. That is credulity and not realistic. Women's blarney proves their inferiority. He knows what the good man said, and we shall live up to his words, do as he wanted. As I tell you, gain territory for him and his words, in his name, who said this and that. It's his will. And that we do. We don't see that we don't see. Cycle Lao Tse. When everything is going down the drain, when the blinding darkness of dark ages is completely blinding men, enlightenment shows up anew. Truth may sleep like the sleeping beauty, in hell, the work of höður. Men can be stungnir svefnþorni, stung by thorn of sleep, but truth can never die. Valhall always awaits all of it. That's the purpose we are born to. Priya, Sanskrit, loved, revered, worshipped. Stem, preman, prema, prem, and pri, the all-pervading, all-encompassing. Priya, masculine, who is loved, a loved man, husband. Víf, Icelandic, from Priya, a girl, Gideon incarnated. In Old English, free, freo, wife. Age-old imprinting of churchianity of no goddesses resulted in goddess deficiency. They had to invent an obedient goddess substitute who served the monogod. Only she is allowed as a model for women. Christianity women are still in this model. Even Nordic women do not see how badly they are blinded by this concept. But Nordic female theologians claim the patriarchy to be a cardinal sin and the root of all evil. This monogod should be a female, she, my friend, Priam Kri. Women are like Mother Nature, can take it to a certain extent, but in the end they burst. Subdued Christianity women become aggressive, claim back their rights as humans. Inferiority complex due to age-old disdain drives them to rebellion. We are Odin. We own the goddess. She is the light in our lives. This is owning. A married woman cannot be owned by her husband like his house, donkey, etc. Do women really have to fight for their freedom? Why do they believe they are not free? The Divine Mother is freedom. Her time is 9 nætur, 9 nights, no actual time, no measured time at all. Gyðjurnar, the goddesses, fill life with bounty. Please read this magnificent book, Human Physiology, by Tony Natter. Lakshmi gives golden nourishment. Goddesses are the contrary to wars and hatred, and women disdain taught in university, contrary to suffering and cruelty. But subdued patriarchy women become warriors. Gideon and Gideon-incarnated women know love to be power. Love of power is dangerous in our world. The power of love is great. Woman is not a doll, not some fancy decor in the home, in society, not a warrior. She is too divine to be angry. We need not lose our ancient knowledge and wisdom. We need not distort the words of those men who taught truth. Each man is truth. Our cultural and spiritual heritage, see how our last part, tells us about some hocus-pocus magic, which is hanga á vingameði, pending. Í 9 nætur, which indicates a realm of neither time nor space, geiri undaður, wound opened up for flow, vín valföðurs, to us in us. Jesus turns water, höfuðskepna, flow element, into wine, flow of consciousness. Að nísa niður, to nose down, that is, transcend. Nema upp fimbulrúnir, gain skill in action in life. Falla aftur þaðan, fall from there again, into realm of thoughts, which is a natural part of the process of releasing stress in the thorough bath at Ayes. Now we own a technique that the enlightened Guru Maharishi gives us. Hundreds of scientific research have proven transcendence to be beneficial. Science of consciousness, ancient and modern. This our forefathers knew. Ginnungagap is silence and dynamism in harmony. We are that. We need not live on the ever-changing surface of life only. We regain our culture and wisdom in its purest form. We shall understand what our goddesses are. This will truly bear the name, the age of science. Goddess Frigg has roots in the mud, grows through the water into the sunshine. Nothing can pollute her, nothing can defile her. She is Sau-ga, all-seeing, sarvadarshin. She watches all there is. Nísi niður, nemið upp fimbulrúnir and start seeing that we are ginnungagap. The TM technique is easiest, leads to transcendence measurably, transcendental meditation, hundreds of scientific researches. We shall understand why we decide to be born, what the real and only purpose and goal of each our lifespan on earth is. Find the sheer beauty and profundity of our reverend forefathers' wisdom, knowledge, science of life, science of consciousness. We shall understand and appreciate the wisdom contained in our priceless spiritual and cultural heritage. These bring bounty. The great goddess sends them to us. If we are wise enough to accept their gifts, we shall know that we are Sau-ga, all-seeing, sarvadarshin. We learn to do research in consciousness. A human life lived only in the world of Triguna is superficial. Glaðheimar is our real home. Living Glaðheimar gives fair winds in life. Óðsmál websites, Frigg Norræn menning, research since 1990, and online and books available on Amazon. From an Icelandic song, Pappa gné klárinn minn, kistill mömmu fákur þinn. Good fathers are precious. Gideon is peace and love. She is in every human being. We shall never ever forget her.